I just got out of Obsession.
I love you so much.
I am not the first person you've heard say Obsession was good. You have heard it from all the headlines about how Obsession is one of the best performing R-rated horror movies ever. So let me be the last person to say Obsession is a good movie, because this is the last time you hear someone say it before you buy a damn ticket.
Look, you're so beautiful, and you are normal, but this isn't okay, Nikki.
We're going to structure this video so that if you know nothing about Obsession, I'm going to run you through the idea of the plot, and then we're going to have a clear cutoff, and then I'm going to talk about spoiler stuff, because on this channel, if something is particularly bad or particularly amazing, I will do a spoiler section. And I just got out of a packed screening of Obsession full of 20-year-olds and, like college students. The perfect age for them to not like the movie and be very vocal about it. And it was Joyce's amazing experience. So let's talk about it. Bear is in a dead-end job, but there's a cutie pie working there that he really likes. But he is a coward, and this is a through line throughout the entire movie, is that he's a coward. Bear stumbles into something called a One Wish Willow, and it's basically just a stick in a package that tells you you get one wish, and you can make one wish. Just be very careful with it.
One wish, Willow. They only get one wish. I wish Nikki Freeman loved me more than anyone in the entire world.
He reads none of the warnings on the box. He snaps it, wishes she loved him more than anyone else in the world, and she does. Uh-oh. He makes this wish, and as wishes go in movies like this, it is taken incredibly literally. But here's the thing, and this is in the trailer, so this is not a spoiler.
Does Nikki like me?
Yeah.
You can tell that the real Nikki is not in the driver's seat of Nikki anymore.
I'm your freaky Nikki.
You shut up! I'm so fucking scared right now, you shut up!
And there are a few moments where real Nikki takes control for a second. And that's the juice. That's the sauce. That's why this movie is performing so damn well right now. So that's the plot. So I'm just gonna move straight into actor stuff, because Inde Navarrette really is. The whole movie orbits around her performance. The face work she does.
What?
No, don't say that! I thought we were having a nice day!
We are.
Why does it matter? I thought we were having a nice day!
We are.
This movie has an obsession with eyes in a wonderful way. They do a lot of work that whenever the fake version of Nikki is saying something that is creepy, they make sure her eyes are obscured. They have her bangs cover her eyes. They have shadows cover her eyes. It's not, subtle imagery in the slightest. They also love to play around with having a warm light in a scene that is otherwise lit by dark blues, so that a character who is worse off is in the dark blue and a character who is better off is orange, that kind of stuff, which is good. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. I feel like whenever I criticize movies for being too simple or not having original ideas, it sounds like I'm saying you can't do stuff that's been done before. You can. You just have to have a vision and an idea of what you're doing. Obsession did that. Wow. Like, if I didn't have work tomorrow, the idea of walking into a 10:30 screening right now, I'm kind of up for it. So Inde Navarrette as Nikki is the linchpin of the movie, and honestly, I'm going to start talking about spoiler stuff from here on out, because to talk about Bear is to talk about spoiler stuff. Bear is an amazing character, because he's probably the first character in a movie this successful where the morally correct thing to do is for him to self-cancel. The thing I can't say on this platform. If he would simply choose to stop existing, everything would be undone. So many people would not be dead.
Look, you're so beautiful, and fine. You are normal. But this isn't okay, Nikki.
He is a coward. He is a coward and a rapist and a bad person. And Bear makes the wrong decision so many times. It's delightful to watch. It is such a good movie. So to pivot away from actor reviews for a second, I want to talk about sort of the audience reaction to Obsession, because I've been seeing stuff online about like, whenever a movie of this size gets popular, people online are going to start mouthing off, right? I mean, I'm the person mouthing off about Backrooms. I'm the dissenting voice on Backrooms, right? Now that Obsession is the new hotness and everyone understands that this R-rated horror movie about consent and, you know, taking away someone's agency is doing well, now we're getting comments like, oh, people are laughing in the cinema. This thing sucks. There were laughs all through Obsession. You know why? 2 reasons. 1, Obsession's funny on purpose. 2, Obsession is a tense fucking movie to watch. 98% of the laughs in the theater were women. Femme presenting people in the theater were the ones laughing the most. Part of that is because a lot of the jokes are for the ladies, in that, like, yeah, this is some scary shit that a nice guy like Bear would do, but also there were a lot of like safety valve laughs where a lot of rough shit had just happened, and you could tell that this excuse of her like moving awkwardly and weirdly on purpose from the movie gives you a license to let all that tension out with a yeah, and then you're back into the roughness of the scene. So let's talk about the trailer real quick. For those who don't know, the teaser trailer for Obsession was one scene. They didn't cut around the movie. They didn't tease it. It's Bear in his car calling the number on the box for the One Wish Willow, asking if he can modify a wish. That teaser trailer is one of the most elegant ways I have seen a horror movie tell its premise without explicitly putting text on screen or anything like that. They just show you a clip of the movie that in itself is an elevator pitch about the movie that also leaves you guessing. Because he doesn't say Nikki, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that. He just says,
Is her love real?
and the customer service person on the other end says,
Just because you chose this for her doesn't make it less real.
that's chilling. Now, the scene does go on from there. In the actual film, you find out it's like the phone line itself is supernatural, and you can hear Nikki's soul screaming in the background. There is a haunting scene where Nikki is asleep, and you find out that when Nikki is asleep, the consciousness of actual Nikki can take control of the mouth again, and she just ever so quietly begs Bear to just fucking kill her because she can't keep going on like this. And that there are many moments in the movie you can argue that Bear is irredeemably shitty as a person. If you don't think Bear is an irredeemable piece of shit from that moment on, we got fundamentally different opinions about how humanity works, because his response to her saying, kill me, is it so bad to love me? Wow. Rough. They've marketed this thing brilliantly. It's put together so well. The ending is magnificent. Here's the ending. So he takes the One Wish Willow to Nikki in hopes that he can tell her to wish to undo the wish. Except he wimps out. He locks himself in the bathroom and he's going to kill himself. Except because Bear sucks, because he's so bad at it, he can't do it with a gun. So he does it with pills. And just before he cowards out of that and makes himself throw up the pill so that he doesn't, you hear the snap, because Nikki has wished that he loves her as much as she loves him. So you get a setup for a bad horror movie ending where they both love each other so intensely that it will just go in a loop forever. And then the pills kick in and he dies. And at the last possible second, she wakes up. And the movie, the credits roll on a TV in the room as you hear Nikki bawling as she processes everything that just happened. Because from Nikki's perspective, she did literally nothing wrong. And one day she gets her body taken over for several weeks, and now all her friends are dead. Cheery ending. There are movies I've been like, go see this. I mean, I told you to invest in Hokum and all that. Cut to the clip.
You do well to invest in Hokum with your movie dollars.
I don't think I need to tell you, you gotta go see Obsession, because you've heard all those people say that. But what I can tell you is it's really that good. It's not going to change your life, but it's going to be a movie that, like, when we talk about movies from the back half of the 2020s, Obsession's going to come up in the conversation. Maybe it'll be in a conversation about how we used to have this thing called movies before the end came, but still. Seeing this in a theater with an audience is absolutely the move. It is going to have so much more energy to it than seeing it at home on streaming. Or if you really want to have fun, take a date you don't know that well yet just to get their take on the movie. Because if you want to talk about something that's got a bunch of red flags that you want to see how they react to it, Obsession. I have now spent 20 minutes in this parking lot telling you how awesome Obsession is. I gotta go home. I have work in the morning. Thank you for watching. If you want to support what I do, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. It really is endearing to see you all out there talking about what you like, what you don't like in these movies. And I will be back very soon. Until then, go watch something. Tell me about it. Have a good time.